Hey guys, this is your tech guy Zishan Ahmed Khan. Today I'm gonna talk about a really interesting topic for all the folks who want to develop a really good product or a SaaS platform in this world where everyone is confused about what's gonna happen with AI pacing up so good with humans and especially in terms of coding because that's what we developers do. So this topic will require your patience, but I will break it down to you and explain you like what sort of products you can build that can be successful in future based on the generational behavior, what are the human patterns and how the mindset of people will be with AI. So yeah, let's get into it. Hey guys, I know it has been a while, and after IGDC, it was very hectic to get back on track. But now, finally, I'm back to creating content for you guys, discussing a lot of new tech that is coming and what you can do in future. So, starting with, as far as what the title of this video says, which type of product will thrive in future? So like the title says, no code platforms will be more likely to succeed in future. And how? Let me explain you how. Today, with the advancements of AI, the coding looks like a very irrelevant skill. Like anybody can just open ChatGPT or Claude or any AI IDE, and they can start writing their ideas, and it can convert it into a really nice production ready application. And even if you are a developer who wants to use AI as an assistant, you are getting a pretty decent quality of code. I mean, even the like proper coders and programmers are not using their brain while using any of these tools. So even the people who design the algorithm, they are not spending any brain cells to identify the syntax and all. They are just copy pasting the method, what is the input, what is the output. Imagine how next generation of programmers will look like. Next generation of programmers will be like a vibe coders who just gonna check what is the input and what is the output of the AI. And so since the demand for like proper hardcore coders or entry level coders who do laborious coding will not be required as they've been required earlier, like if I'm talking about like 2 to 3 years ago. So eventually, if there is lesser requirement of such coders, then people will tend not to pursue computer science or career into this field. So what sort of products we are expecting in future? Let me explain you with an live example, right? So let's say there's a company who want to build or a product which does XYZ thing. Maybe they want to build something which uh, collects all the images and make some extract some data and make some Excel sheets out of it, and you can share it among your team, more like in more advanced AI based ERP. So to create that software, it won't be a big deal. I can just write a prompt to chat gpt where it can generate the entire process plan, what modules needs to be there, and I can just step by step make that application for that company, right? So instead of making a full proof product which will be used by several companies, these big enterprises will hire small agencies who use AI and make a custom product for them. I mean, we will not be expecting, simple products to be becoming a global sensation. Rather, if you want to see the wow factor in the products, that will come when AI will actually use good tools to create something nice. So instead of AI generating an image from scratch, what if AI is using a tool like Photoshop or Canva, where it's replacing and adjusting the component instead of generating each pixel time and time again. This way the output will be more modular and more accurate for the for us, right? I get it. Like AI can totally generate fancy backgrounds and an image, like very something which is very imaginative. But when it comes to accuracy, when it comes to having a brand, showcasing a brand, choosing the right colors, the organization and big enterprise are very particular about the designs and how it appears, like how will be the final finish. And for that, they eventually end up using existing software, like putting different layers on top of each other to create a final product. So the point here is, when you need an output which is modular, which you can edit further, that is more production ready, I believe. Where user, instead of starting everything from scratch, user prompt AI, and then this AI enabled tool gives them a ready made solution. He just needs to do some adjustment, not recreating everything again, but just doing the adjustment, adding few more layers of it. That's it. The output will be generated and verified by the human beings. So, this way, I believe the future success lies to no code or low code platform, where users will be prompting AI to help them build something without code. And let me explain you why. Because there will not be people who understand code. There will be very few people who knows how the programming works, how to code. And if we have more such people who don't know how to code, they will tend to use the applications which are no code, where there are a lot of templates. They can just pick and place components here and there. If they are getting these superpowers without learning additional C programming or any sort of language to create something beautiful, they would rather stick to the limitations that are there with an existing tool. So if you're making a no code tool, like in coming 2 3 years, and even now, if you can just experiment, people will tend to use and like your product, where your user input is just a very good interface, or interface that has an AI assistant, and they are able to generate something which requires tremendous amount of developing or coding or a big team. For example, if there is a no code game engine, they mention, of course, Canva is here, where you can actually generate multiple, let's say, certificate from a bulk data. For example, Lovable is there. You just write a prompt and it generates an entire website, right? So this no code tool is something gonna be loved by the new generation, especially Gen Z's. Like they will be, they want instant results, right? The patience of creating something and fixing and detailing will not be there with the next generation. So if you're making a no code, low code tool powered by AI, maybe that will be the successful product, not like very generic thing which anybody can do. So yeah, if you want to make a very good SaaS product, go with low code and no code application, and you know uh, I think that will have better odds of success. Okay, so if you stayed till the end, I guess you hope so. I will be doing a lot of such videos and inviting some amazing guests to my podcast, and we're gonna discuss similar things, similar tech, what's gonna happen, and a lot of good updates are also coming from Dimension side, which I will, let you know. Especially when it comes to shooting mechanism, we are doing in open projects where different contributors gonna make a game. You should check out the Dimension channel as well for more updates over there. And yeah, see you guys next time.